Alright, so we're going to look at geometric sequences. Now, we have previously looked at arithmetic sequences, and what is an arithmetic sequence? What do? They add or subtract by the same amount every step of the way. Of course, we're looking for a consistent value increase every time. There was another type of pattern that I showed you when I was introducing arithmetic sequences, and I said we'd come back to it later. We are at later. So rather than having a situation whereby we're adding the same number, what do you think we're doing in this? We're multiplying by the same number. So the formula, this is the formula that we need to know. Okay? Where A is our first term, you'd be familiar with that from arithmetic sequences. N is our term number as per arithmetic sequences, and Tn is the value of the nth term as per arithmetic sequences. The only thing that changes is instead of a difference, we now have a ratio. So with a difference, we're looking for T2 minus T1. For a ratio, we want the previous term, so often an example would be T2 over T1. That's an example. So the term divided by the previous term tells us the ratio. Happy with that? Fairly common sense sort of stuff. Here are some examples of sequences, and this is the exact way in which I determine whether something is a sequence. I draw the little arrow. What do you think I do above that arrow? Times. And then I check if that's the case, all other values in the sequence. So is that an arithmetic sequence? Yes, the ratio is 2 and the first term is 1. This next one here, is this an arithmetic sequence? Well, let's check. What do I multiply negative 2 by to get it to equal negative 6? 3. What do I multiply negative 6 by to get it to equal 18? So have we got an arithmetic sequence? Yes. What am I trying to show you? That you can have negative values for your arithmetic sequence. The first term is? And the ratio is? 3. Last one. Who thinks that's an arithmetic sequence? Sorry, it's not an arithmetic sequence. Glad none put your hand up. Who thinks that's a geometric sequence? Who doesn't think that's a geometric sequence? So either we know and we're right, or we've got no idea. What am I multiplying 1 by to get it to equal negative a half? What do I multiply negative a half by to get it to equal negative 1 and 4? Negative a half. And the pattern continues. Cool? So that is an arithmetic sequence. Sorry, a geometric sequence for that. Now, you can tell that these can get bigger or they can get smaller, depending on whether the ratio is greater than or less than what number. If the ratio is less than, it will get smaller. If the ratio is larger than 1, it will get bigger. So can we please go through and complete the first 4 terms of these sequences? That shouldn't take too long. I'm going to guess it'll take you 10 seconds to do that. Shane, what's the first term? What's the next term after that, sorry? Yeah. Lucy? Gabby? Thank you. Jackson?
Negative
Very good. Owen?
2. Negative 1.
And Flint?
So what's the ratio again?
The ratio is the number we're multiplying by each progressive term. So here we're multiplying by a half. So negative Negative 4 times a half gives us.
Alright.
Negative 2 times a half gives us. Negative 1 times a half gives us. Cool. Alright, so for the next question, I haven't actually given you an x value, but I want you to determine x first of all, determine T7, and then determine S5. Now, I haven't actually said anything about the formulas that you need for S5, but these are the geometric sum formulas. There's two formulas based on whether our R value is less than or greater than 1, and I've got the, what do those straight lines around the R mean? What do the straight lines around the R mean? Magnitude. So I'm just looking at the size of the R. I don't care whether it's negative or positive. So if my R is between negative 1 and 1, I use the bottom formula. If my R is greater than 1 or less than negative 1, I use the top formula. Cool? These are both on our formula sheet. But I'll let you do that and then we'll pull up stumps on that until next week.